Hey parents, looking for a little help here. Here's a review of some things we taught the boys last night at practice. We went through a couple different bunt defenses that we'll start using when we go out to Aurora in the games next week, and then carry on into state. The idea is to create situational awareness and make sure we have bases covered. We saw in last weekend's tournament that we broke down a couple times, so thought this would be a good coaching opportunity for the boys. So let me walk through this. The hope of this video is that you can show it to your son, let them review it and watch, or maybe you guys could even quiz them between now and state to make sure that everybody is aware of the situations by position. So without further ado, here's the blue defense. I will apologize for the nature. This looks like this came out of an Atari game console. However, don't really have anything better to go with. So Salco, if you're looking for something to do, maybe you can design us some real awesome software. So in the blue defense, again, there is an L in blue, so it's a nice cheat for the pitcher, because what the pitcher is going to do is he's going to cover the infield to his left. Now that's not to get confused with the left side of the infield. The pitcher simply goes to his left. And the reason being is that once the bunter shows bunt, the third baseman is yelling bunt and crashing/charging the play. The catcher's job is to cover anything short that the third baseman or pitcher can't get to in a timely manner, and then also direct the infielders on which base that we should be throwing to. The catcher has the entire field of play within his view right in front of him. That is the player that should be making that call. If we don't hear it immediately, coaches will be assisting on that. The first baseman's job is to stay home, because most likely the plays can be made at first. So this situation is run when there's nobody on, and blue is a base defense, and the kids will know that because we won't be yelling it out. A batter's trying to bunt for a hit, or we have a scenario where we have a runner on first. In that case, we would yell out blue, bunt defense, blue. And coaches will come out of the dugout to inform the boys on that, or we'll just yell it from the dugout and make sure everybody understands. So again, in blue, the second baseman, his job is to cover second. Shortstop has got to cover third base because the third baseman is crashing and has vacated his position. The outfielders don't get a sleep. There could be a scenario where there's a play made at any base in this defense. A batter could be safe, or there could be an overthrow, and then we start running around the bases. So we got to make sure we have adequate backups for every single base. So left field backs up third, center field is going to be the backup for second, right field is going to back up first base. So we've got every base covered, we've got backups at every single base. In the event that there'd be a play at the plate, the pitcher's already in there, so the pitcher would back up home plate for any reason. So that is the blue bunt defense, and again, blue has an L in it, so pitchers, you have a nice easy way to remember that. Let's go through the second one. So we have a gray defense. So gray is going to be used in a scenario where we've got a runner on second, again, less than 2 outs, or we got runners on first and second, or second and third if we're looking at a squeeze, game-ending type of situation. So in this case, the pitcher, again, gets to cheat because there is an R in gray. So when the pitcher is looking at home plate, he gets to run to his right. In this case, the first baseman has to crash because there could be a potential play at third base. So we want the third baseman to stay home in this case in the event that we could get this runner out. Now we have to turn around and flip the infield, so we can't have any vacated bases. Shortstop is going to cover second base. Now second baseman has to cover first because we've got the first baseman crashing. Same type of scenario with the outfield. We can't leave these bases subject to overthrows, so everybody's got to go back and do their job and back up a base. And certainly last but not least, the catcher has the responsibility of grabbing anything short and yelling for the whole world to hear which direction we're going to. In this case, we're going to get the guy out at third and make the play. So that's a review of the blue bunt defense, gray bunt defense. Again, pitchers, you get a cheat because blue has an L, so you're going to go to your left. Again, not the left side of the infield, but pitchers go to your left. and gray bunt defense, pitcher, you go to your right. So once we yell that out, what's good for the kids is just take a deep breath, think about their role and responsibility in each defense, and then go 1-2 down, get ready to make the play. On the other hand, we've got pitchers. We can't be thinking about bunt defense when we're trying to make pitches. Just think about your role and responsibility, take your deep breath, come set, deliver the ball. Thank you.